All right, you ready to bang this bitch the fuck out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Keep them there. And run the jewels, run the jewels, run the jewels.
Hello, and welcome back to Rerun the Jewels. I am one half your host. My name is Noah,
My name is Gavin.
and we're the Blanchard Brothers.
What are we adding to the mix this time? What's the new title? It's
This is
the
Rerun the Jewels, a.k.a.
Hey.
Panthering Like Panthers, a.k.a. the Pistol and Fist, a.k.a. I think we said the Gamecock and the Piss Ant, or the Fire Ant more appropriately.
Yeah.
You got one? Did you bring one to the table?
No, I mean I can't think of a good one. Like honestly, I thought you would have like straight fire, like, you know, just killing it out the gate, but I guess not.
I mean, this is your show. I thought you were gonna.
Oh. No fellas with melanin? I don't know. The no melanin fellas?
The
I don't know.
Afghani toe taggers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
Problematic, maybe. I don't know.
A little
Okay.
bit.
We're back.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed episode 1. We're back for Run the Jewels 2.
This is interesting because it's like we're doing these so far apart, but they're going to get dropped on the same day. So I'm just interested to see like where the numbers go, like how many people listen, boom, boom, boom. Or if somebody's like, I'm going to listen to the first one. I'll take a minute.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the second one. When the election results come in, I'll listen to the third one. And then like if I'm feeling great and I'm happy because the election went well, I'm going to listen to the fourth one. But
Or maybe if you're pissed off that it went wrong,
Yeah.
you want to listen to the fourth one as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
that'll be the fun part.
Again, we are recording these in advance, so who knows what has happened in the interim. It seems like every week is a new adventure.
Hope we got a
here
vaccine.
in 2020. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the first episode. We got a few established segments. Maybe we'll introduce some new ones here.
Yeah, we could try.
I don't know. Overall thoughts on the re-listen of 2, or the re-listens, if you will.
Oh, yeah, multiple
Basically,
ones.
we've taken about a week between recordings, and yeah, it's been in heavy rotation. So, yeah. Overall thoughts.
I instantly see why you told me going into this was the fan favorite.
Yes.
And this is why in the interview that I've cited a bunch of material from in terms of like background, a lot of people said like, I love 2, I slept on 1, but I love 2. And then they both say, yeah, some people did sleep on 1. But 2, it just feels like everything... Feels like 1 was like, let's just get together and do this in my house and let's just do what we can. And 2 was like,
We're a group now.
this is like
This
a
is
thing.
us.
We have
Yeah.
to do this. Like we have to like make it better. It's a brand new baby. Like we didn't think this was going to be a thing. We did it for fun. The response was overwhelming. So now it's like, you know, we need to make a Run the Jewels album, not a little bit of Killer Mike, a little bit of LP, kind of coming together to make a thing. This needs to be a definitive Run the Jewels album.
For sure.
And I can appreciate everything about it because it's slowly creeping up there. It's like,
Is it the best one?
I
don't
know. That's what I'm struggling
It does have
with.
what I think are like inarguably, I would say, a solid 4 that would be contenders for like best songs of the discography so far, and like quintessential Run the Jewels songs. If you were making a playlist, like
Right.
these have to be in there, and they have to be kind of the cluster from album 2. But I would say that's Oh My Darling Don't Cry, Blockbuster Night Part 1,
Yes.
Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck,
Yes.
and then Lie, Cheat, Steal.
Okay.
I would say those are like your 4 absolute hands down bangers. My surprises going back to this for the first time in a long time are actually like buried way later in the album, and might, you know, Stealth be my favorite tracks there. Again, we don't do a straight listen through. We try and keep it fresh and like change things up. So with that in mind, you want to just pick one at random? One that jumps out at you?
We can. I do want to mention though that Apple Music's like essentials, you only have 2 that you missed that were, which I mean, feels like these other 2 are kind of like
We'll throw them at me.
Jeopardy and Love Again are the only 2 that
Jeopardy
you missed.
because it's an intro track.
Right.
So anybody starting it, obviously, it's going to have high number count. What was the second one?
Their essentials is everything you listed plus Love Again and Jeopardy.
Okay, Love Again is one of the two I mentioned that might stealth be my favorite on the album. Actually, there's 3 contenders that I actually think are better than the 4 giant bangers that we mentioned. So, but we could talk Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not going to stick to the order after.
No. Let's just say that moving forward, I would like to start with intro tracks, just because they kind of, in a way, they do lead you into like, you know, what to expect as a good intro track should. Yeah. They lead you into like where you should go, and it's like, okay, yeah, what's popping? Run the Jewels is popping.
100%. I love the reveal of, why is it called Jeopardy? Like, what? Mm-hmm. And then the punchline finisher to the whole thing, which kind of becomes like a running gag. And it's not like there wasn't that on the first one, but yeah, that stood out to me immediately. But it's very much a, hey, if you did sleep on the first album, here's who we are, and here's our general vibe. Immediately, again, I talked about how, in my memory, the production on the first one was like a little lesser than, but I was surprised by like, no, it was pretty fully formed.
Right.
This still is even a step up from that, though, immediately.
Yeah.
These early, like, again, the kind of distorted horns that come in. I love all of that. But yeah, and again, we don't have to go, you know, verse versus verse, but this is a Killer Mike highlight. Oh, just from the opening of, you heard it already.
I'm finna bang this bitch the fuck out. You might want to record the other way. You finna look at history being made. This motherfucker put a mirror on the goddamn screen. Let's go, LP. Huh? Champ, what we gonna do, Nick? I'm up at midnight, I'm dipping off in my Nizikes, a gun on a metal piece. I've been Nizike, fist to my wrist. I'm lurking, serving all pussies who lack a purpose. I got them filled up with Frizzak like Mizike, get you all recite. I'm looking, lurking on bitches, twerking for service. The bitches bagging some burger. I'm yelling, screaming, and cursing. I'm putting pistols in faces at random places like, bitch, give it up, a stand adjacent to Satan. Batman chillin', the villains is here. No Jesus is here. I hear the demons in my ear. And I want it, I need to see it, I take it, never fake it. Wrap you motherfuckers up, leave you naked. The jewel runners, top tag team for 2 summers. Live and let live, fuck you cuz that's a fool's honor. I'm walking, toting on 2 llamas. You niggas ass and trash. Fuck it, I'm too honest. So fuck you fuck boys forever, hope I said it politely. And that's about the Psyche and Jamie and Mikey. You meet another pair better, highly unlikely. And if I can't rap it, maggot, fuck, then fight me.
Yeah. You know it. If you haven't, you can go back and listen to it. But yeah, we're not going to inundate you with a ton of clips, but still, you're going to hear a little bit from the album here and there, just our favorite bits.
You'll hear snippets. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I say we talk Fantastic Feats early once again.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot on here.
There are.
And there's a lot of variety within them.
Yes.
Obviously, you kind of immediately just want to say, it's Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. This is the first Zach Taylor Roca.
Yes.
Yes. But he's going to reoccur on 3 and, of course, on 4 as well. So, this is the start, again, establishing this is Run the Jewels, the group. It's like there are some select figures who are going to reoccur. Again, it's got the chopped up, looping hook, essentially, that runs through the entire song, which I know some people... that is, to me, that's almost like a trademark thing of theirs at this point.
Run them jewels fast, run them jewels fast, run them, fuck the slow-mo.
Hey. Fashion slave, you protested to get in a fucking lookbook. Everything I scribbles like the anarchist cookbook.
Look good, posing in the center for the cookbook.
Black on black with the ski mask, that is my crook look. How you like my styling, bruh? Ain't nobody styling, bruh. About to turn this motherfucker up like Rikers Island, bruh. Where my thugger killers and my cripples and my blooders and my brothers. When you niggas gon' unite and kill the police motherfuckers or take over a jail, get them CO's hell. The burning of that sofa, goddamn, I love the smell. Blankets and pillow torching, where the fuck the warden? And when you find them, we don't kill them, we just waterboard them. We killing them for freedom cause they tortured us for boredom. And even if some good ones die, fuck it, the Lord will sort them.
We out of order, your honor, you out of order. This whole court is unimportant. You fuckers are walking corpses. I'm a clip wig synonym, living within distortion. A bite into a cyanide molar before you wars win.
The way they incorporate that. We talked about it on Get It on the previous album.
Mm-hmm.
You've also, of course, got it on Oh My Darling, Don't Cry, which I don't even know what that's sampled from.
Me neither.
It almost, yeah.
Speaking of sampling, I wanted to tell you this. I don't know when this was done. Have you seen this thing where basically they make producers put a blindfold on, grab 3 records, and make a sample, make a hook?
Yes, I literally watched the episode you're referring to
With LP?
about an hour ago.
You did? Okay. I watched the Jazzy Jeff one too, and it
Oh,
was
I wanted to go down that rabbit hole,
but
I
it
didn't
was
have
so
time
dope
'cause you were
because
coming
Jazzy
over.
Jeff was like, wait a minute, the one I randomly picked, this is the first scratching on a record ever in history. Like, whatever record it was, he's like, you hear that? And they play it back, he's like, he's scratching. This is the first one ever. How did I pick this shit? And I thought it was great. And listen to what LP came up with a fucking Beethoven record.
Yeah.
And like some shit that was wonky as hell that wouldn't even, I'm like, that's a master. Like, how do you, because Mom asked me that question the other night. She was like, how does your brother do that? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, how does he just think to like make something that? I'm like, I don't know. The sounds are in the kid's head. What can I say? Like he just like thinks it's, if he likes the way it sounds, he'll go with it. And it's just crazy to see somebody be able to pick a tiniest little bit out of something, widen it out, shorten it, rip it, cut it up, and then
Chop
just
it, screw it.
chop and screw it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're on let's keep working our way through. Again, contenders for fantastic feats. You got Boots,
On early.
all caps, on early. Basically singing a hook similar to the, was it Cut Like Ribbons on the first one? I forget the name of the guy, but yeah, very much that vibe. And early also has echoes of
Until the ribbon
Do
breaks.
Dope, Fuck Hope from the first album.
Right.
Very much a kind of a downer track. Travis Barker obviously not singing,
Right, but
but
the
guest
drums.
drums on All Due Respect. We'll get there in a minute. I don't even do we consider that a fantastic feat?
I don't
Do
say,
we?
I can't. I don't want to think.
I think it's
no.
disqualified.
Yeah. It's a great
I think
song,
you
but
got
like
a
it's got,
feature is a feature.
yeah, you got to hear who it is. I don't hear those drums and think, oh my god, that's Travis Barker, or
No.
like, oh man, that's Phil Collins. I don't think that with an instrument. I get it.
Now, did you hear Forever, the most recent collab between the two of them that just came out?
No.
It's on, for some reason they don't have it on their profile on Spotify. Maybe they're just kind of like, oh, it was whatever. But it's a Travis Barker track, I guess, from his, I don't know if he has a full length out this year or whatever, but he just, I assume he has different people from different genres come in and just do stuff over his drumming because he doesn't sing. But yeah. Okay. My stealth contender, and who I might have to go with over Zach, which sounds crazy, but Gangsta Boo on Love Again. Let's talk about Love Again because I think it's a little crossover here. We haven't clearly defined what real bad guy shit is.
Right.
We did reference that it might be the dirtiest track on a given album.
It could be.
And this definitely has parallels to the Prince Paul track from
Listen,
the previous
dude,
album.
I have sent this track, this YouTube video, to like 5 people, and everyone's been like, I don't know what that is, but is the rest of this them? I'm like, no, this is a one-off. This is just a nice window in for the ladies, if you want to say. Like, a lot of people talk about, like, you know, there's times when they realize, wait a minute, like the room gets bigger. There's girls that are at the shows. I'm sure girls have been at the shows since then. But like this idea of like taking the opening and like it kind of being kind of maybe a traditional hip hop song about fucking and whatnot.
Pretty
Flipping it on its head,
misogynistic,
very
exactly.
misogynistic.
Yes,
but like still not. I don't go there with the two of them.
That's
because
what,
it's
that's
like
what I was gonna say is while they're doing this, this is like almost like baby making music. It's a totally different vibe for them, but you're like, this is kind of sexy.
Yeah,
it's extremely misogynistic, but it's kind of
is.
sexy. And here's the thing,
it's on my Pound Town playlist.
Pound Town playlist.
That's what I have. That's where I put all the Pound Town songs.
Is that a public playlist?
It's on Apple Music. I can recreate it
Apple
on. I can recreate on Spotify. If you
Oh, you
need
have
to.
both.
Yes.
You're rolling in that kind of tone.
I'm rolling in the deep.
Got a rich boy over here.
Yeah.
Rich boy.
Hey! 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 Reminiscing on our time of innocence when we drank that Hennessy. Ate on lamb and venison. Face fucked you in your kitchen. Fucked you like we tussling. Do you fuck your husband? Like y'all be tussling? Do you wear that muslin? Do you ask some pretty please? Do you cross on hands and knees like you used to do for me? Oh, you such a dirty girl. The world won't let you be yourself. I won't accept nothing else. I be having none of that. You be taking all of this. Pleasure come from punishment. Your threshold astonishing. I think I'm in love again. Found my perfect drug again. Feel better than heroin. You love my alpha arrogance. 2 Live Crew the narrative. I put that dick in her mouth all day. She got that dick in her mouth all day. She take that dick in her mouth all day.
She says she one of my
Dick in her mouth all day.
Here's the thing. Sorry, I discovered this in my research.
Okay.
The original pressing, when this first came out, does not have the Gangsta Boo verse on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which I think is what makes the fucking song.
Dick in the mouth all day.
You want that?
Dick in the mouth all day.
That's what you want, huh? Hey, well, let me tell you a little story. I had a young player from the hood, licked my pussy real good, kept me stuck with lots of wood, kept my bank account on swole, sniffed my pussy like a rose, smoking on dro, made a porn tape, that nigga is a pro. You ain't know he had a lot of bad bitches in his past, but I was the one who turned that boy into a motherfucking man. His tongue is bummed, and he love for me to ride his face, front to back, ripping ass, pay my bills where I live, fuck me good, broke ass niggas killing me, I'm about my money, ho, never been a square bitch, he ain't paying, hit the fucking dough, talking slick, that Memphis shit, I be from that Haven clique, keep it ratchet, so sweet, all these boys kiss my feet, I be on that queen shit, you better bless my realness, stick your tongue up in my ass, you better show me who you fucking with, run the Jew, love again, you go lose, I'm go win, let's have an orgy, I'ma share your ass with all my friends, ho, he want this clit in his mouth all day, he want this clit in his mouth all day, yeah, ho.
That's what takes it over the top, and it's like, oh, okay, now I don't feel like as bad about the first part, but or as bad about loving the first part is
Right,
what I mean
yeah.
to say. Apparently, like, she was added late in the game, so I guess all the digital stuff has her on it, all the future, like, you know, future pressings, but I
Right.
guess the original pressing of the vinyl and maybe the first like 1,000 copies or whatever on CD did not have it because that verse wasn't finished.
Gotcha.
And I again, it falls in that weird space of I'm like, did they feel like, hey, we're going a little overboard here and we need to bring in a female element to kind of, you know, counteract it a bit? If it was that calculated, or it was just like, hey, she didn't have time to record it yet. But also a fun tidbit that I came across, she and Killer Mike knew each other prior, but she had no idea who LP was. And when he says from his perspective, when she came in to record, she probably just thought I was the engineer. Or
Yeah,
something.
no, I listened to that radio interview.
Oh, I
you're
read
talking-
that. I read the transcription.
That
but,
radio interview is what I'm talking about. He's like, she thought I was probably just like the producer, like that. And I was like, that's hilarious.
But again, Stealth Content, she might be my pick, honestly, for fantastic feats.
I don't know. Done dying Philip, A.K. Dickin. Like,
Well,
Zach is just.
And I think we can rank his features within the albums as well, and I think it might be his best. Even though I love Just off of 4, which we'll get to.
Run them. It's Taylor on the cut, lifting 6 on your stitching crew. I'm miles ahead of you. You can sip my bitches brew. My battle status is burning mansions from Dallas Palace of Malibu, check my resume, your residence is residue. Call her a skin job, and my honey dick will backflip for you. You playing God, your eye socket, she gon' rip it too. We sick of bleeding out a tray, spraying victim you. Done dying, Philip AK dicking you. Eclipse in the bottom, we dipping through Gotham. Yes, eclipsed by the shadows, a dark dance to the coffin. I'm a fellow with melanin, suspect of a felony. Rip like rock in my law, feds is checking my melody. Yes, aggressively tested with bumps, stretches and penalties. Cases we're facing a cop, please, when we season a pump. With reason to dump on you global grand dragons. Still piling fast bucks, Afghani toe tagging. Now they tracking me, yeah, we busting backseat. The only thing that close quicker than our caskets be the factory.
Who are we forgetting about? Oh, we got Diane Coffey on Crown.
Right, and then...
No, and if we want to talk bonus track, Despot and Wiki.
Okay, that's who it is.
On Blockbuster Night Part 2.
Right.
Which, again, I don't know if it was included on the original release or not, but that's how it comes on Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go Zach with this, dude. I love Love Again, but this is probably my favorite one he's done.
And again,
and for
I
get it's the
he's
first one
chopped up and used as the runner for the whole song as well. And it's one of the most iconic tracks. I feel like most playlists for them, this is what you would start with.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I did not realize it was Shea Wiggum in the video for this song.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Craziness.
It's been a while. I need to go back and watch the videos for 2 because honestly, it's been a while. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw it out. And again, if we're comparing album now, which I know we haven't gotten to 4, we're not talking about it yet. But Gangsta's Boot, she gets so much more to do here than she does on. It's Walking in the Snow on 4, right? Mm-hmm. Which she's the hook in there,
right?
But doesn't really have like a full-on verse. It's almost more like a singing, like brief section, a little interlude, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna concede to you.
Okay.
We didn't disagree last time, did we?
No, I don't
think we both
so.
had the same one.
Yeah.
So we're figuring it out, people.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Okay, so the winner of Fantastic Feats for RTJ 2, Zach Taylor Roca.
Yes.
On Closure. Close your eyes and count to fuck. If we haven't played it already, I guess let's take a listen.
That last bit is probably a good candidate for real bad guy shit.
Yeah.
Like, and even if some good ones, I fuck it, the Laurel Sword. Like, that's
up there.
That's real bad guy shit right there, dude. Like, seriously.
Sure. Yes. And immediately, the transitions between the two of them.
Yes.
And this is evident also on another. I love that the chopped looping runner.
Right.
Which you also get in Oh My Darling Don't Cry, which is a highlight for me. Mm-hmm. Maybe not my favorite, but it's a killer second track.
I think, and that's what a lot of the times they talk about, is because everything is written in person. They don't write, here, send this back and forth, tell me what you think. It's all done in person. So they've said openly, like, there'll be times where they are, someone's got as far as they're going to go on a thought, and someone else jumps in and is like, I got it. And that's why it sounds like they're finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah.
And then some of the ones where they know we're going to do like a full 16 bars on this, they kind of reflect the writing style of like, I'm going to read what he has, and I'm going to come up with something that's like parallel to that, but still its own thing in my own voice and my own words. But I got to be honest, I love the it's almost as like, this is what you get as a product of like a friendship. Like in that interview I'm talking about, he goes on, Mike talks at length about like, I want Andre and Big Boy to have another Outkast album. Because I want another Outkast album, because they friends. Like, I love the way he says friends. I love it. He's like, tip my friend. I want him to get like all this stuff. I could fucking listen to Killer Mike talk for like,
I wish he had his own podcast.
Me too. Or like, because I literally have just been listening to interviews with him. I fucking love everything about his energy in any place he's at. Mm-hmm. Like that thing you sent me the other day about, why you need to champion, stuff like that. All that stuff was great. But he says, they're friends. That's why I want them to work together. And you can see that here more than anything. Is like, these two guys are friends. This isn't bullshit. This isn't something they got together with. Oh, well, maybe this is a chance for both of us to make money. No, these two are like legit friends. It comes through in everything. The production, the lyrics, the quality, everything is just this product of two people who found each other, became instant friends, bonded over this art form that they both love, and they're giving this to you. And like anybody who wants to talk shit, anybody who wants to like not give the credit that they do that, that's fine. You can sub them for Grammys. You can, keep them off your best list. That's fine. But like, this is the most genuine thing I think I've found in this genre of music.
In a while.
Yeah. I mean, like there are. I mean, there's other great duos. There's other great artists in their own right. But this is the only thing I'm seeing now that's like, I was thinking about it the other day. The thing we saw, earlier this year was that any protest, anything that was going on, it was not just young black people or young white people. It was both. Mm-hmm. And what I'm thinking of when we're doing this is like, fucking Run the Jewels has been doing this forever. Like these are two, this is the blueprint for like what could become moving forward. It's not until these two forces combine to realize that, the whole system's fucked and we got to do something about it, so to speak.
Well, okay. I was going to talk about an earlier track, but now I think it's a good time to talk about Crown, which might be, it's up there for like one of my 3 favorites, okay? Let's take a listen to Crown.
Down with the shame, down with the shame. Used to walk traps in the rain with cocaine. Used to write raps in the traps as I sat in the rain, and I pray that God give me a lane, give me a lane, give me the fame, and I promise to change. Won't be the same kind of man that puts cocaine in this lady hang. Heard she was pregnant, I'm guilty, I reckon, cause I hear that this shit could hurt baby's brain. Heard he was normal till 3 and then he stopped talking, since then ain't nothing been the same. Seen her some years later out in Decatur, told her that I'm sorry for causing her pain, causing me pain. She asked again and she grabbed my right hand. Asked him I'm crazy, said look here baby, I release you from all of your sins and your shame. Cause I've been redeemed, I found the Christ. Whatever it take, I hope you find it, Mike. The look on her face, on that glory replaced all the shame and the hate, and now she wear a crown. My late grandma Betty had prayed with her heavy and told her to tell me lay my burdens down. Can't pick up no crowns, holding what's holding you down. Can't pick up no crowns, holding what's holding you down. Can't pick up no crown, can't pick up no crown.
Okay, couple things. I talked about how on the closer, Christmas Fucking Miracle, of the previous record, LP brings in that element of hope.
Right.
Okay? And I love that it's almost flipped here. It's late in the album, it's not the closer, but it's Killer Mike here who has one of the darker stories that you're going to find thus far in our revisit through the discography.
But haven't you already heard getting locked up in front of his wife and kids already?
Yes, that's on early.
That's
early
to me. That's
earlier in the album. Yes, another
another
two heaviest by far. But Crown again, I love the hook on it, which is beautiful. But also, it's that element of acknowledging that you have to move past trauma and even guilt in some cases, and it's not a like, oh, you just wish it away or like things just magically get better, but it is an acknowledgement that like you do need to put it to bed essentially to move forward and make anything. So again, we don't have to reiterate. You can do your own Google search on Killer Mike's credentials, if you will, in this department, but the guy knows what he's talking about. So
exactly.
Yeah, that is one of my highlights. One of the most emotionally engaging on 2, I think. You mentioned early, which we can jump back to. I guess we'll keep it heavy for right now.
Yeah,
and then we can just get to the more badass in your face stuff. So let's talk early for a little bit.
If you're feeling like the life that I live in, man, I don't control. Cause every day I'm in a fight for my soul. All hands below, high seas in a rickety boat. Smoke O's for the kid my coat. You want cash or hope? No class, matter of fact, at both. Go without, get turned to ghosts. You know that's the law. Deal done by the shake of claws. It ain't a game if the shit don't pause. And I find you odd, so convinced in the truth of y'all that the truth's truly gone. And yes, there's a day. Anytime a man say there's not, then you know that he lost the plot. What can I say? Truth, one denied or not. Like a true who's ride the cot. Fair enough. The way that the beat bump do sound tough. I made it in the dark like Civil War surgery. Woke up in the same air you huff early. By 12 o'clock the whole earth felt dirty. Street lamps stare when you walk, watch the birdie. The watch you walk to the store there recorded. Didn't record cop when he shot, no warning. Heard it go pop, might have been 2 blocks. Heard a kid plus pop, watch cop make girl bleed. Go to home, go to sleep, up again early.
Anyways, not a like favorite in terms of re-listenability.
No.
But like super solid track, very moody. I love the more downbeat.
But I mean, I love
low
the
end vibes.
I love
and,
the stories of any
absolutely,
songs.
yeah.
That's another thing. Like, and that's what we'll get to with like if you go to like You Gets No Respect, or All Due Respect, excuse me.
Respect, yeah.
Just what.
Well, it just so happens to be the next track on the album. We are inadvertently doing this.
Well, do you want to do this or do you want to wait a minute? Because I think you got to do All Due Respect and Love Again back to back, because it does bring up one of the things I love about this album.
Well, we already kind of talked about Love
No,
Again.
but we got to play a little bit of Love Again.
Okay.
And I only mention it because I feel like I don't want to say they got lucky, but like the last album, there's some solid stuff when it comes to moving song to song, but it does feel like different songs put together for an album. The transitions between stuff. Remember on all of the When the Sun Sets East albums, I was like, or shows, I was blown away by the transitions in music from song to song. But then like in Die My Darling, like the switching up the flow and everything towards the end of that one is crazy. And then
Oh My Darling, Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Which
switching that one up is crazy. But then getting into the transition between the songs of most of them, it just feels more cohesive, more produced, more like this is what you did. That was a Run the Jewels album. We gave you that, but this is a Run the Jewels album.
This is our fully formed.
This is us at the height of our powers. Our Wonder Twin powers have combined. Here's Run the Jewels 2.
Yes.
And that's all I want to mention on it. But we can go into that, or we can jump around somewhere else.
Well, again, I feel like we already talked about Love Again.
Okay.
And I probably will intercut the stuff there. But if you just want to hear it in the room right now.
No, we don't have to do that. It's fine. I can listen to it all I want, whenever I want.
Yeah, you can. Let's the one I really want to go in depth on is Oh My Darling, Don't Cry, because of the variance in flow and style. So, by all means.
Oh my. Oh my.
Fuck the law, they can eat my dick, that's word to pimp. Word to pimp. Word to pimp. Hold up.
Oh my. You are now listening to Run the Jewels.
Fuck the law, they can eat my dick, that's word to pimp. I don't fuck with or talk like all these fucking imps. Stop hollering, give a fuck if you deny it, kids. You can all run naked backwards to a field of dicks. Fuck the world, don't ask me for shit, that's word to big. I dreamt we own the world, but I've woken up and it don't exist. Soak it in and need no assist. You can't slap my wrist, I don't owe you shit. Trust me, I'm a doctor, do operate. I'm a post-war razor bitch.
Tiptoe on the track like a ballerina. Ski mask in a Pontiac Catalina. It's obese female opera singer. You can run the jewels or lose your fingers. Me and LP got time to kill, got folks to kill, on overkill. He hanging out the window, I hold the wheels. One black, one white, we shoot to kill. That fuck boy life about to be repealed. That fuck boy shit about to be repaired. Fuck boy jihad, kill infidel. Allahu Akbar, boom from Mike and L.
That is just that literally tells you every single thing you need to know about the rest of the album. Allah Akbar, boom from Mike and L. Like, these fuck boys, the shit's about to be repealed again. That's the thing, dude. You could have called all these albums just fuck boys, and like I would have loved all of them the same, because it's so in your. I mean,
there's barely time to catch your breath between the verses, first of all, and then the variance and flow. I mainly want to get to Mike's final verse on this because we're going to hear it as an echo on 3, and I think he gets into the same flow in 4. And I don't know if there's a particular reference point for this, but I've heard it kind of throughout it. But anytime anybody does it, I'm always usually blown away. But let's get there.
Life is hell, death's a bitch, and these football rulers getting rich. I composite, it opens up, I smoke it up, go home and fuck. Shall I be girl when they roam? I gave a face, please pay with dome. My business card says you're in luck. I do 2 things, I rap and fuck.
I fucking rap, I coach rap, I smoke kush, I beat the puss, I read the books, did the math. Don't need a preacher preaching on my behalf. No teacher can't teach my arrogant ass. I'm blowing on crippy by reading the scriptures that's written by Egyptians and sipping on whiskey. Hey, lady, you with me?
Okay, right there. That's not even what I was wanting to get to. Again, it's his final verse, but I forgot. Yeah, that is.
But business card says you're in luck. I do 2 things, I rap and fuck.
There's that,
I
but
fucking
no,
rap
when
on
he
Total
just
Strap. I fucking love it, dude.
Yes.
It's the fucking best.
okay, yeah. Again, that could literally be the entire podcast. It's just like, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Okay.
We run this spot like a Chinese sweatshop. Don't stop, work until chest pop. Cardiac arrested, I'm so invested, I'm self-invented. That's no illusion, there's no confusion. You see the future, you fear the future. I've seen the truth and I'm so deluded. I've been a better bad guy than I've been better than bad. Been a bit of bully talk, beating on my chest. In fact, I half stack from a rat. I've been around the block, babe, I know a few facts. Maniac, brainiac, run, go, tell him that. AT, alien, and my ton of that.
Never be wrong, I'm savage. Show up your class, what's happening? 2-yard bullet with a fully automatic. Heart full of pain and a head full of habit. Everybody stepped on the key and I'm letting them have it. Have it. Leave a name, mama, the same way happen. Who gon' buy my baby a cat? Fuck that bitch in the back.
Mega blast, I'm mega lit. On Highway 6 and I'm not strapped in. I don't crash, bitch, I just skid. You got the cash, I'll make the trip. I make the trip, you better pay. Don't worse, but less don't make my day. I'm not from Earth, from far away. I bust through chests like baby Grave.
Running the jewels of the game. Whipping the mixes like chickens of cane. Spitting the sickness of game. Parents is living the game. Kids is just fucking insane. Holding that pistol like this with a chain. Rapping the simple like they in the game. Delivery dope like a dosage of dope or a no full of coke for a junkie of fiend.
Savage. Fucking savage.
But yeah, obviously, as I guess we could say, I don't even know the term I want to use. We're definitely not hip hop experts.
No, we aren't.
By any means.
No.
There's got to be. I assume there's a term for that style of flow. I don't know what else it's called.
Gotta be. I mean, I don't know.
But that particular it's staccato. I want to say staccato, but just because
Bravado,
that's a word
staccato,
that I know.
yeah, no.
Anyways, it's great. Hey, I like it.
Well, Mike
That,
gets
I think,
really
has-
great.
I think that has the largest variety of different styles and flows and beat changes in any of the songs,
Right.
honestly, on here. So again, a highlight, a contender, but not my favorite. Maybe we should go ahead and just talk about that one. We referenced it earlier. Let's listen to All Due Respect.
Okay.
This year we iller than a nun in a car shot getting double penetrated in a dope spot. By 2 hard pipe in niggas on the orders, I'ma sell us to the soundtrack of Tupac. I'll beat you to a pulp, no fiction. Tarantino flow, new jewels and Vincent. Blow marijuana smoke, no instant. Exhale in the face of innocent infant. Also, look what I did, shit. And if I get stopped by a crooked ass cop, I'ma put a bullet in a pig and rent 10. Look what I did again. We the hooligans outside school again, saying don't be a fool, never follow rules again. We the bad boys bullet with the fully that the teacher say ain't shit and they need to be clean. We the goddamn reason for Ritalin in the back of the class, itching and fidgeting. Dead wrong, we never got along. We laughed at the kids that was active participants. Bad boy walk right past church with the work in the bag and the Bible to get it in. Got spending for bullying and a bully, but I go back to class, I'ma punch him in the shit again. 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 Punch him in the shit again.
Okay. First of all, I think maybe it's time to introduce a new category. We probably should have had this for the first one, but this album contains Blockbuster Night Part 1, so maybe we call it Blockbuster Nights? I don't know.
Yeah.
The best movie references?
Yeah.
Them
dude,
as
we
the
could do
new
that.
Vincent and Jules
Yeah.
tells you, again, so much about the grander narrative world we're building of, like, who RTJ are, essentially. And yeah, this is what our already our third or fourth Tarantino reference across the two
Right.
albums.
There's been a ton of them. My favorite is that in the
Beat You to a Pulp, no fiction.
No fiction.
No fiction.
No. My favorite is the title track from Run the Jewels. He says
That would, yes, retroactively. This obviously is the pick for RTJ1.
I'm a sin on the verse like a kid in a hearse or a nun in a cum shot. Stop it. Like, just that.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, that line and on the title track, Run the Jewels. That he says that, and basically with that, when he's like, this year we're iller than a nun in a cum. It's like we're up in the ante. Like, this is, if you haven't figured out, because this is sort of towards the back of the album. It's like midway through. It's like, if you haven't figured out by now, dude, we're fucking taking this shit to 12. Like, we're not fucking around. And we're. And then, of course, and the thing I love is anytime you want to get up in arms about, like, oh, Killer Mike, killing cops and this, crooked ass cop is used multiple times in this. It very clearly says to you that, like, He respects the badge and the gun. He gets it. But like, if you're crooked,
Right.
you know, just like we can get into. Well, I'm not going to speak on it here. We'll talk about it at 4. 4, the last little outro of 4 is amazing, and the fact that even on that, and I'm pretty sure there's references in 3 I haven't found yet because I haven't listened to that one the
Again,
most.
that's the thing I'm interested to investigate on 3. Is I remember it as being way more of just hey, we're fucking, this is badass and fun and just like electric with very little like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. Incorporated into it.
But see,
I
I'm
think
only thinking of the bummer stuff that I can think of it now. Like the back end of that's not.
that's the thing. And they kind of do that in general. It's very much front loaded with the bangers, if you will, the stuff that's going to get everybody like hyped up. And then it's kind of like, now that we have your attention,
Here's some real shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And
They
don't
take a
be
little
and
while
like
to
we
build.
have done this. This is us. But like this is the toll that it will take. So like,
Right.
we don't need you out there trying to be the next Run the Jewels. We'll do this. We'll gladly do this.
Right.
We'll walk through hell for you guys. But like, don't try and follow in our footsteps. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so is that a segment now? Blockbuster Nights.
Blockbuster Nights. Yeah, we can do
Okay,
that.
so
Blockbuster Nights.
the Blockbuster Nights highlight, weirdly enough, is not Blockbuster Nights Part 1. It's all due respect. But
Right.
while we're at it, let's talk about 1, maybe versus 2, the bonus track.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Wait a minute. 2 is a bonus track.
Yes.
So 2 doesn't end the album.
No, the end of the album is Angel Duster,
Okay.
which makes sense as the closer.
It does. That's what I was confused on. Because I've only listened to it with Blockbuster Night 2 being in there. I'm like, this thing kind of falls flat, man. Like, it's just done and there's nothing to be said. That's it.
Bonus track.
I didn't realize it doesn't clearly state bonus track on Apple Music, so I don't.
Well, that's why you gotta go with Spotify.
This
Which,
episode of-
by the way, no, fuck Spotify. You didn't? Did you? Excuse me. From the time we're recording this, but did you see the? It was a recent interview. I don't know with which outlet, but I think it's Daniel Ek, the Swedish guy who owns the whole thing. Mm-hmm. He basically said that like, musicians who aren't seeing like a return or like seeing success on the platform, it's because they're from an old mentality of wanting to take time between albums as opposed to putting out music as much as possible to keep their fan base engaged. And so a lot of musicians took that to mean, so we should make shittier, lower quality stuff and churn it out to retain followers on essentially a social media music app. Most notably, Mike Mills from REM just basically said, fuck you, like in a tweet to him and added him and everything, like, you're a fucking idiot. And a lot of people echoed the same sentiment where it was like, this is so business focused, it's like the exact opposite of art. But it is why, unfortunately, you've seen, I mean, if you look at the top 100 or so artists on Spotify, a lot of it is these like SoundCloud rappers who to me all sound the same, and it's not my vibe. But,
Yeah.
like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe we're the old men in the room now.
We
but
probably are.
I don't get it. I don't get why it's successful. I don't get why some of these guys are like in the top 20 like most successful artists on there, other than the fact that it's so singles heavy. There's so much emphasis on, let me get something out there every week. New Music Friday, I want to drop a new track. I'm going to drop a new track. Doesn't matter if it's actually going to like build to a full album at some point or if it's ever going to have context to it. It's just, let me get something out there.
I mean, is Spotify like monetarily kind of done the same way YouTube is, where it's like all about your followers and
It
subscribers?
is about your streams and your listens and everything, and like most people, apparently, like there's a whole thing within the same article where he's talking about royalties and stuff, and people are still in general complaining that it's like it doesn't make sense that like, you know, only a handful of people can actually make money off of this. They've talked about how there should be like weighted streams in terms of like, hey, I don't listen to a billion things, so when I do listen to one specific, it should almost count as like more listens for the person,
Right.
if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I get
So
it.
it's like if you're very discerning or whatever, and you like, as opposed to the reason you see like stuff skyrocket up list and stuff is because people listen to that shit on repeat. Like they don't listen to anything else on the app. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah, so it's a really interesting article, but in general, it was another reminder that like it is a business at the end of the day. This guy's not like a lover of musicians and the craft of music. He's a tech guy.
He's a guy who saw what happened with YouTube and said, "I can do that with music." That's it. That's basically
essentially, yeah. And I think it's interesting to bring up in that context of who we're talking about, which guys that make very fully formed albums and then give them away essentially, and don't really have any interest in
any money for
making money off.
They said
because they're going to go out and tour and crush it and sell out
if you like
arenas all over the place.
If you like it, you'll buy it.
Yeah,
And trust me, if I was randomly somewhere, walking around with my mask on, and I saw a vinyl somewhere of one of these, I would purchase it on the spot just to have it.
Yeah,
I don't really see a time where I can go back to mom and dad's and use dad's, controller thing to play it for them or anything, but I'd like to have it just to have it, So if you like it, you will pay for it in some way, shape, or form.
100%.
And they don't care if you've got Apple Music or Spotify, you pay that to listen to it.
Really looking forward to seeing them for RTJ4, and then and we're still in sort of lockdown, quarantine-esque.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still a mess out there.
Is that a term yet? It's just quarantine-esque.
Quarantine-esque. I don't know. We could make it a term.
Okay. So yeah, I think the original point of that was to debate part 1 versus part 2. Part 1 clearly the winner. That's why it made the album, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have we not hit yet?
Well, fist to your face is fucking Folgers. I love.
Is that Lie, Cheat, Steal?
No, that's Blockbuster.
That's Blockbuster.
Yeah. You want to talk about the first one now that we've...
Yes. Sorry. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Bunches and bunches, punches is thrown into your frontless. Oodles and noodles, bang bullets at suckers' noodles. Last album voodoo, proved that we was fucking brutal. I'm talking crazy, half past the clock is cuckoo. You rappers doodle, baby shit, just basic boo boo. I'm talking Zulu, Mansa Musa, my money buku. My beats is banging, fuck what you rapping, who produced you? I slap the snap, take what you got and run the juice you.
USC Bitsy, furry, frightened, and freaking sickly. A little prickly, dick on display for winter swimming. Look at these kitties, Mike, I'm a rat-a-tat for living. I deal in dirty work, do the deed in a dash. Ditch 'em, I'll land a hammer that's stuck in a fist and gun position. We run a brand where destruction's the #1 commitment. It's all a joke between mom contractions and coffin fitted. So we disappear in the smoke like we're fucking magicians.
No hocus pocus, you simple suckers been served the notice. Top of the morning, my fist to your face is fucking Folgers.
We might be giants, standing on little dandy shoulders.
You perks is pussy, proverbial pansy panty holders. I Jake the snake up, DDT 'em in mausoleums. Macabre massacres, killing cunts in my coliseum.
They all actors, giving top and back of a BM. I fall back if your casting calls are ending in semen.
I'll spill a pound of my kids on your couch.
That is honestly, going back, that's my
best?
favorite line. That's my favorite line off this entire album.
What's that?
It's all a joke between mom's contractions and coffin fittings. Like that, if you are listening, you realize the mindset of like, all this is a fucking joke. Life is like, it doesn't matter, so we're just going to do what we want. And now, it doesn't matter how much truth or conviction either they may put behind it, but just being able to simplify it, and it's like, it's all a joke between mom's contractions and coffin fittings. All you're doing is basically saying like, if you just think that way from the jump, you'd be so much freer and you have so much more fun in the time you got here. And that just, going back on the re-listen, this was one of the few lines that are just kind of there that most people aren't probably going to think about or go back to, that I was like, oh shit, that's like, it's kind of fucking deep.
Yeah.
You
also have the Philip Seymour Hoffman line on here.
Yes.
Which gets me.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think it's necessarily designed to in the moment, but yeah, that's a bummer. But
I watched Patch Adams earlier today.
Why?
On HBO. It was just on HBO. Apparently, like, we have HBO at mom and dad's house. All the channels.
Well, if she's got it, then maybe now is the time to cancel Prime and do Max.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, she's got it
they
on
got that American Pickle movie now.
Yeah.
Again, people are hearing this in November. They're like, that fucking pickle movie.
With Rogen? Seth Rogen? What?
Yeah.
But it was on, and I forgot Philip Seymour Hoffman was in it.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Poor Monica Potter. Yeah. All right.
Yep. I'm sorry.
She gets killed by that one. I've only seen it the one. We saw it in theaters.
We did see.
Why
that.
did we see that in theaters?
That's such a downer too.
I don't think. Again, very deceiving because you see the trailer, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, this was the
This
first
is for
like we've been
kids.
lied to movies because I remember this and the Cable Guy was like, this is supposed to be really funny.
Been had.
We've been had. Yeah. That's a great segment.
Finish your thought about Cable Guy, please.
Well, no, like I was like, oh, this is supposed to be funny, but like it's really fucking sad. Like basically, Jim Carrey's mom just left him alone with the TV, and he went crazy. And you got the whole Ben Stiller trial going on. Like,
The Menendez parody.
yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Is I remember, when we were kids, being like, why is Jim Carrey scary? I don't like
Right,
this.
yeah.
And then watching it as an adult, it's one of the best dark comedies ever.
yeah, it is.
Dude. It's so good.
But just like you're right. But as a kid, I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, and he took
I
a
feel
hit.
like,
He
dude,
took a little bit of a hit.
But I feel like everything post Mrs. Doubtfire, that's Robin Williams' career. You're like looped in for the funny, but it's like no, until you get to like RV and other stuff like Bicentennial Man.
Oh God, another one.
Yeah.
Why did we see that in theaters?
I don't because it was the base and we could.
Yeah, because it was free.
It was $1.
Oh. I don't ever remember.
Mind you, we could have
I don't
gone
remember
downtown.
money being exchanged there.
Yeah.
I remember popcorn. It just kind of always seemed like it appeared. I thought that was just a perk of being on the base.
Yeah, but you know what? It cost really, Noah?
What's that?
Every American got to stand up, put their hand over their heart, and listen to the national anthem before every movie.
That's true.
Fucking love that shit.
Yeah. Now, you can still do that.
Yeah, but
Before-
they don't.
That
But
would
they
be
don't.
great if you went to a public theater as soon as they
listen,
opened
listen, dude,
again.
Listen, no, listen. This is the funniest shit. I saw it a couple days ago. We can get back to the album in just a second. There's a thing. It was a little quick clip thing on Facebook. It was like how you know you're a military kid, and it's like you stand up before the anthem, and it cuts to this girl and her friends going to like a movie. They all sit down, and then the movie comes up, and she stands up instantly and puts her hand over her chest, and her friends are like, "What are you doing?" She's, "Oh," and she sits back down.
You guys don't pledge allegiance to the flag before every film?
Yeah. You don't what? You don't like the national anthem? You what? It's not on your iPod? It doesn't get you going? What? It's the only song that can be like 2 minutes long or 4 minutes and a half, depending on who's singing.
Yeah. For sure. Which arrangement they go.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. I think we got 2 left.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
We're about to get to my favorite, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No? Maybe? No?
Getting close.
Oh, we're getting close.
Yeah.
Smoke from the Lucy drip, hold it like a crucifix. Blow from the nose, I'm a dragon to a nose. Got an average of being excellent, the median just dope. Like the ratio of heroin, the laxative is sold. Authorities have spoken, a man of the pure devotion. Get magnetized to the ground while the falcons of murder closing. I chose to go guano, y'all know, kinda batshit. The bright lights of fuckery stuck in me automatic. A teabag of piranha tank, heart barely beating, a wild one. Swim like the wreck the after he's eating. We're holding a toaster oven that's plugged with a fork in it. Cause death by electrocution's like life in New York, in it.
Again, maybe we need another subcategory. Maybe real bad guy shit doesn't qualify for the most just like... I don't know, man. I don't know what we call it. But teabag or piranha tank? Heart barely beaten?
Filet your whole crew? Flambe filet? I don't know. What do you want to call it? Like, it's just because you're flaming people. You're just like, oh, fuck you, bitch. It's not bad guy shit. It's just like, You just... The chef, you know, like that.
Chef's kiss?
Chef's kiss.
Let's call it... let's just call it chef's kiss. Because, again, that would totally work for Riverdance cleats on your face for the finish shirt. I always have to stop myself and make sure I say it correctly.
Chef's kissing.
But yeah, where you just... And Michael, fuck your life up like Monique did to Precious. Again,
yes.
chef's kiss. That's what it needs. Okay.
It's like a mwah, like a je ne sais quoi, like a
Because I'm thinking we can have
give
multiple...
you this great gift.
I'm thinking we can
Yes.
have multiple chef's kisses throughout.
Yeah.
Okay.
The kind of if you're unfamiliar or if you listen along, you think of the lines when you're just like, what?
Anything
What?
that
You just, like,
would
fucking-
normally make you go, damn.
Yes, like that make so good you want to slap your mama. Like just that level of fucking badassery.
Yes.
You just got to call it the chef's kiss. Just like
Okay. That's definitely a... Yeah.
yeah. chef's kiss, the think, whatever you want to call it. But yeah,
It's up there.
Should have been a dentist. Mom said it pains the way that my craft expresses. Born in a little shop of horrors that I can't even afford to rent it. Where's the exit? Wanna talk shop? I can chop it up with X-Acto touch. What's the rush? Autograph skin flat. Tag 'em up. I don't bragging up. You they back those suck. Are you new to the El Producto Milieu? Kinda like fuck is you. I'm a little back spot on the sound alive, and I'm not too high to say I'm the truth. I line the booth to cast blood like a pavement. Nathan sacred, I'll make some playpen. True run a bitch, make the name stick. Not for sale, but I'm taking payment.
Lie, cheat, steal, kill, win, win. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, win, win. Everybody doing it. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, win, win. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, win. I'm flies up Pegasus, that's no embellishment. I'm here to paint the whole game, whether it's set or in. Good pussy, good marijuana, that be my medicine. And I'm a mixture of MJG and the weatherman. A revolutionary banging on my adversaries. And I love Dr. King, but violence might be necessary. Cause when you live on MLK and it gets very scary, you might have to pull your AK, send one to the cemetery. We overwork, underpaid, and we underprivileged. They love us, why? Because we feed the village. You really made it or just became a prisoner of privilege? You willing to share that information that you've been given? Like who really run this? Like who really run that man that say he run this? Who really run that man that say he run this, run this? Like who really fund this? Like who really fund who say he fund this? Like who in the world gon' tell Dusty who to put on the you can't come list? Now don't be silly. Who the fuck gon' bully me if I got a billion? If I got a billion and a bitch recording me, I'm like, who cares? What I wouldn't be is on TV, stuttering, talking scared. So the question is, when Don's at home, that trade ass bitch alone. Who's that voice on the side of the phone that shakes and rattles his bone? Could it be the man behind the man behind the man behind the throne? Go, 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 go.
So many good verses to choose from. That's up there though for favorite LP and Killer Mike verse on the album, and it's still not even my favorite track. I get the fan favorite label.
It's
It
on
makes
display.
total sense.
And
Again,
yes.
and in my head it's like, no, it's 3. It's 3. 3 is the top to bottom. But again, every track we've gone back to, even the ones I was maybe a little lukewarm on.
Again, we still haven't gotten all my favorite. It's all my life.
All right.
Yeah.
My question for you on this one, is this LP singing the hook just with a little touch up or something?
I don't know.
Let's see if we can figure it out.
One time for the people in the man.
Not that. That's Killer Mike, obviously.
One time for the people in the man. One time for the
One time for the bill and the reefer man. It's the young black leader to the people, man. If your girl fine, nigga might eat her, man. I'm talking middle of the mall like a Peter, man. A nigga sky high now like Jesus, man. And no law, the reef so potent. Got an anti-gravity, a nigga stay float. This nigga raw me, bitch, but bitch, so about pop, lead the 10 play, old me. One half best tag team ever. The motherfuckers alright, we better. Anybody disagree, they jealous, and anybody don't, just motherfucking yo. Just yo. Fuck the boss, I'm the goddamn owner, and I smell like YSL and marijuana. Don Draper with paper, might pull a slick cape, secretary told me fuck you, I told her you gone.
That's it. That is it right there. That's my shit. That's my favorite line that Mike has on this entire
You've
album.
said that like 4 times already.
No.
but
This
go
is,
ahead.
dude. This is my favorite.
This is officially it.
This is
your
officially
chef's
it.
kiss.
Literally.
Break it down for the less orally inclined.
I'm taking it back. This whole like half of the verse. One half best tag team ever. The mother fellas alright, we better. Anybody disagree, they jealous. And anybody don't, just motherfucking yellow. Just yellow. Fuck the boss, I'm a goddamn owner. And I smell like YLS and marijuana. Don Draper with the...
That's Yves Saint Laurent?
Yeah.
YSL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don Draper with the paper might pull the slick
Excuse
caper.
me. Yes, Don Draper with the paper is... That
Might
would be
pull
a
the
chef's
slick
kiss
caper.
for me.
Secretary told me fuck you. I told her you gonna. Like, I just, how do you, that is, seriously, that is my favorite thing. That
I just
whole
like
verse.
the idea that Killer Mike's watching Mad Men on the weekends or something.
Exactly.
That just makes me happy. Yeah.
Like, he didn't know about it, and then, like, he met Ellen's like, what are you watching? They're like,
Dude,
Mad
you
Men.
gotta check out this Don Draper.
What's this all about? Oh shit, Don Draper, slick as hell. All right, cool, let's do it. Like I just fucking, could you imagine that, dude? Like
This
just
is why I wish he had a podcast. So
I
we could
do,
just
man. Like if
hear more about these
if
things.
Ti can have a podcast, Killer Mike needs a podcast. I get he's probably too busy doing too much shit. But
Yeah,
like,
he's probably got actual like more pressing,
I'm
and
sure.
important and worldly duties
Right.
going on at the moment.
But yeah, this is my favorite song. Off
It's
that.
that's a stealth,
I-
stealth verse I completely forgot about.
And then I
was listening to it again on my bike ride earlier today, and I remember I was like, Don Draper with the paper. Oh shit! I need to.
paper.
I was like, now this might be up there.
And I love the hook of "and I've been this way, shout it all my life." Like I love that
And
shit.
again, that first one, I can't tell if it's LP with. There's no credited. It seems like even when it's just a hook, they will credit the person if it's like.
If it's somebody besides them, yeah.
But same thing on Lie Cheat Steal. I don't know who that is. I don't know. We need the liner notes. Let's get those vinyls.
Yeah, dude. Let's get a vinyl. Let's fucking figure it out.
Dude, why? I don't know why I don't record the whole thing. This is so comfy. I don't.
Yeah, you're putting your feet up. Because you know why, Noah?
Hope everybody can.
Fuck
hear
the
me okay.
boss. You the goddamn owner.
There you go. I guess we just need to talk about Angel Duster maybe a little bit.
Yeah, we
and
could
then
do
I
that.
think we pretty much wrapped it up.
I mean, this is,
This is a pretty solid little album here.
dude, under an hour. 42 minutes.
Right at 42 minutes. Let's listen to Angel Duster. And let's, you've already announced your favorite track. I think I pretty much said it myself, but let's listen to the closer, and then we'll give our final thoughts.
Yeah.
Little toast to the no ones, with a nod to the masses, to the ones for the riches, from the ones who the rags fit. Little smoke for the gone boys, a little nod to the spirits. We're still here running around screaming, they're still here pointing and laughing. Don't walk away when I talk, telling you, turn around, mister. I got a permanent bop, who the hell do I think I am not? And I'm twice as hot as about half a hell. I get lighthouse lit up, get down dinner. The boy got a barracuda bite, you can tell.
Got hope for the living, got prayers for the dead. In the sky, got whiskey and ride for the voices in my head. Got kush for the pain, cause the world is dangerous. Driven great men insane, anchored itself with angel dust. Somewhere between love and lust, a nut get bust and a baby get made. It seemed that trouble us and follow us like all our days. In every holy book it says we suffer, that's what it is. So riddle me this, from the womb to the tomb, why do we fight to live? RTJ.
Little toast to the no ones, with a nod to the masses, to the ones for the riches, from the ones who the rags.
Again, in keeping with, excuse me, we jumped in right at the same time. In keeping with the previous closer, the previous album, and the general like kind of tone we build to in general, but I like that it's a little more slowed down, a little more brooding. I love the synths underneath. Again, we haven't talked much about the production in depth, but it's just a notch up. And again, that comes the cohesion we're talking about,
Right.
where this is a little less off the cuff and a little more focused, as like we want to take you on a journey a little bit. But I think we can kind of chart this until we get to 4. Honestly, the front loading of the more intense, up tempo, in your face stuff,
Right.
with the more emotionally tense stuff, which kind of like seeds its way through the album, but culminates towards the back half. That kind of seems to be the structure of 2 and 3. Maybe not so much 1.
Yeah.
And then 4, I still, it feels like this tight little package.
Right,
That just
yeah.
doesn't stop the whole thing. And it has every different flavor
And it
happening simultaneously almost.
And again, I'll have to do research for 4 to see what time it took. But it honestly, dude, 4 feels like they started recording in January. They mastered it in February, and they gave it to us in April.
It really does. And again,
Or
so
May,
much
whenever
of
it came
it,
out.
so much of it literally feels like, did you guys record this in like a week after like just March of 2020? Because it also just feels so fresh and relevant,
Right.
and so focused on that side of things that it's like it's an element of the previous records, but it is so much a part of 4.
Exactly. It's to me, it's one of those like, if this was, like I've said before, like, why don't people have stuff out? Like, you've had time. I have to do research. 4 could have literally been like, we were gonna like kind of get back into it. We were looking to like do a couple shows, play some old stuff, and just have fun. And then the world went to shit, and we decided we need to get on this now because either one of us dies, or two, like, you know, what if we don't have a world left to give because shit fucks up?
Yeah.
So
Let's
it's like
get
we
it
got to
out
get
there.
this comment out there now.
Yeah.
You know? And that
And we'll talk more about it in depth,
Yeah.
but I also wonder how much of it was like maybe they had some other tracks.
Right.
And they cut it down to be like, this is what we really want to focus on.
Right.
Let's release those other ones as singles down the road, or like, you know, spare parts essentially. Because that's the thing. They still, even between albums, they're either
Right, they're
doing
on
features on
somebody's-
other
yeah,
people's
exactly.
stuff, or they're working on like one-off singles with different DJs and stuff. You know, they never stop working. But that's why I think we were still surprised that we got 4 when we did, because it was just kind of like, boom, out of nowhere. Okay. Final thoughts, you're sticking with All My Life? That's your
Right.
pick?
Still my favorite.
The sheer... the sheer in-your-face speed and, like, blast of stream of consciousness, I really love All Due Respect. But emotionally, Crown, I keep coming back to. I think my pick is Crown. At least right now it is. After today's listen, I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Okay? But again, not a weak track on the album. I'm a little less hot on Early than you are. But again, that's more because of the emotional content, not the actual, like, structure and verses in it at all. If that makes sense. Okay. Any closing thoughts? Do we hit all of our normal categories?
Yeah, I feel like we did. We kind of added a few in there. Maybe we should take notes so we know next time, because we don't listen
We got
to these in between.
Fantastic Feet. Just to recap, we
Hang
got
on,
Fantastic Feats.
Fantastic
one by
Feats.
Zach on Close Your Eyes and Count to Fuck. Okay? We had Blockbuster Nights, which is our favorite movie references, which went to All Due Respect. The Pulp Fiction lines.
Right.
Specifically. Them essentially being the new Vincent and Jules. Okay? We had Real Bad Guy shit, which I don't know if we ever fully settled on, because then we came up with the whole Chef's Kiss thing. And now Gavin is furiously looking at lyrics, I guess. I don't know what he's doing.
All right, so I got Fan Feats, Blockbuster shit.
Fantastic Feats.
Fantastic Feats, Blockbuster shit, Real Bad Guy shit, Chef's Kiss, and
send your idea for a new category
Yes,
to
there you
explore
go.
these albums in, which we won't get because you're not going to hear these until they've
Exactly.
already been recorded.
So tell us
So just let
everything-
us know what you thought at
and-
the Ark of E at gmail.com.
what we can do better for 5 and 6, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be done after 6.
Yeah.
I put my money on
And
it.
maybe we bank all of these. We let everybody react to it. We're acting like this is going to like take off and be a huge deal, and that people are actually going to make it past episode 1. But if all of that happens,
Yes.
okay, then maybe we do an episode 5, okay, after they air,
Right.
where we come back, we can talk about rap music, R-A-P-P.
Yeah,
music,
Mike's
the album,
LP produced album. Yeah.
not the whole concept
Let's
and
do
genre
let's,
of rap.
that, you're onto something. Let's release them. Let's RTJ5 is rap music, the Last Company Flow album, and all the in between singles and stuff.
Yes,
we
because again,
definitely
we're not even going to talk about Nobody Speak.
Exactly.
It's not even going to come up.
No, and
Other than the fact that we've brought it up
Right.
every episode.
Exactly. But that also gives us time, because there may be some other stuff that comes in the interim that we can
Well, again,
add to
I just
it.
told you about a Travis Barker collab. That you haven't
Exactly.
even
Yeah,
heard
that just
yet.
happened. So,
there you
like,
go.
yeah, let's plan to do that.
There's
and
the
let's.
Baby Driver soundtrack.
I did like
There's
that video.
one. Yeah.
I like the video.
There's some stuff.
Yeah, there's some
There's
other shit.
definitely enough stuff to do of a 5th episode. So it will be worth mentioning here, if you're listening, if you made it this far. If you have any thoughts or stuff you want us to answer, stuff we didn't get to, crazy mistakes we made, etc., let us know. thearkofe@gmail.com.
And here's the thing: you have to do it, and you have to tell us why. So if we got like the best feature wrong, or we got the best line wrong, we'll admit just our personal opinion. But if we're wrong, fucking tell us why we're wrong. I want to know why. I would if my shit about Mike and Mike's deal with his line I just talked to you about that I thought was great. If someone else says that isn't the best thing on this album that he says, tell me what it is and why.
Definitely a lot of arguments to be made for different options on every single category.
Exactly.
So again, thearkofe@gmail.com. You can yell at us on Instagram at the Ark of E Network, on Twitter at the Ark of E, and on Facebook, which Gavin handles. And just search the Ark of E, and you'll find us. We're on there. All right. I've been Noah.
And I've been Gavin.
And we've been the Blanchard Brothers. And until next time, we'd like you to throw your hands in the air.
Wave them like you just don't care.
And keep them there.
Run the jewels. Run the jewels. Run the jewels.
Run the jewels. Run them fast. Run.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Nobody speak, nobody get choked.
Nobody speak. Nobody speak. Nobody speak. Nobody get
Yeah, I've been Noah.
And I've been Gavin.
And we've been the Blanchard Brothers. And until next time, we'd like you to throw your hands in the air.
Keep them there. No.
You
I
fucked it up. I totally...
You got it. Smooth. Let's
Look
just...
for bear.
All right, fine. Let's do it. Let's run it back. Run those jewels fast back, and we'll do it again.
All right, I've been Noah.
And I've been Gavin.
And we've been the Blanchard Brothers. And until next time, we'd like you to throw your hands in the air.
Keep them there.
You fucked it up again.
No, it's run, throw your hands in, wave them just like you just, is it wave them
Wave
like
them
you
like you just don't care. And keep them there.
Okay, all right.
We don't have to transition back and forth.
Okay. So I'll,
You just want me to say the whole fucking thing?
You could say it. I'll
Said it all, brother.
You say it all, brother. Don't leave this in, though, because this is terrible. I'm fucking up.
No, this is all staying in.
Okay.
And I'm doubling it.
Oh,
you
you're
say on
doubling-
blank check. Keep it in, double it. Yeah.
I want all the reverb.
All right. Yeah. Did I tell you? Fuck it. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening this far. I'll cut this part out. Did I tell you what they did?
No.
On you talking? You
I've seen it switch. Yeah. What are we doing?
So they did the one RHCP record, the first Red Hot Chili Peppers record. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They come back the next week. They do the intro music, which is Can't Stop, same they used for the last one. And about 10 minutes into the episode, they're like, do you really want to do this? And Adam Scott's just like, I kind of would rather be doing the Talking Heads. And they literally, I don't know if it's a bit. I don't know if they planned it. I don't know if Stitcher Premium or Earwolf even gives a fuck because Scott owns part of Earwolf.
Yeah.
But they literally just dropped the entire idea of doing Red Hot Chili Peppers and turn it into a Talking Heads podcast and do the first Talking Heads record. And again, I think it was a bit because they seemed so well prepared for it, but it also felt totally organic. Like they were just like, fuck it. I'd rather be doing the Talking Heads.
That's
But they
hilarious.
were just like, yeah, we were kind of, I mean, we like the Chili Peppers, but we were both kind of underwhelmed by that first album, right? And they were like, yeah, kind of. And somehow the Talking Heads come up and they're like, yeah, I kind of, should we do this? And they're like, all right, is this an episode of you talking Talking Heads to my Talking Head? And boom, the episode starts.
That's hilarious. You talking Talking Heads to my Talking Head.
I was dying. So funny. Because again, the logo on Stitcher is still the REM season. So I had no idea that's where it was going. And again, nobody cares about this because that run of episodes is probably done by the time you're hearing this. I forget how many Talking Heads records there are and how many weeks there are. Okay. You ready to do this the right way?
Right. Let's do it.
Clear the mechanism.